Hey folks, many of us who have been shooting USPSA for quite some time now are used to your standard classes, your limited, your open, your production guns, and things of that nature. We've all become accustomed to that. We see them on our sign-in sheet and we're used to it. This is typically the kind of gear that we're all packing up and we recognize every time we walk out to the range. There's a brand new class out there, and with that class has the shooters unloading this in 30 rounds or more in magazine capacity. This new kit on the block is actually falling into the brand new USPSA category called the PCC category, or better known as pistol caliber carbine. This is the standard tool that you're going to use to compete in the PCC class. There's a lot of different manufacturers out there. This particular model is a CZ Scorpion chambered 9mm, but there's guys out there that are building their own models from scratch. Nevertheless, it opens up a whole new array of competition and gives people a lot of different opportunities to compete.
While most range rules are the same for carbines as they are for pistol classes, there are some rules specific to the PCC firearms. For instance, while there is no minimum barrel length, if a shooter is shooting an SBR length rifle, the shooter must be in full state and federal compliance concerning that particular rifle. The accepted calibers for PCC are 9mm, 357 SIG, which is not pictured here, 40 Smith & Wesson, 10mm, and 45 ACP. There is no major power factor in terms of scoring, only minor power factor. There is no magazine capacity limit. That's a nice twist. The gun stock must be attached and capable of being fired from the shouldered position. For now, no SIG braces or similar variants are allowed. Any optics, including electronic sights, are permitted. Compensators, muzzle brakes, and flash hiders are good to go. However, no suppressors can be used at this time. As with all USPSA events, safety is always the highest priority. PCC class is no different. Since holstering isn't going to happen with a full-length rifle, making ready is a little bit different. Rather than holstering, normal starting position is facing downrange, carbine held in both hands, stock on the shooter's belt or shoulder, and muzzle downrange. On the range, carbines can be transported in a case, in carts, held in the hands, or slung over a shoulder using a sling, as long as the muzzle is in a safe up or down position and the chamber flag is in place and visible. A flag carbine is treated exactly like a holstered pistol, with the exception of muzzle sweeping another shooter. Come on man, no one wants to be swept by anyone else's muzzle. And speaking with some of the PCC shooters, some of the biggest and most obvious differences between standard pistol classes and the pistol carbine class is stage planning, as far as maneuvering in and out of windows and door ports and going around cover and obstacles.
Folks, it was a blast out here shooting today. Had a good time. I enjoy watching some of these PCC guys shoot. Both BJ and Jason both really know how to run their carbines. I enjoyed it a lot. The biggest advantage that I see to running a PCC class, or running in the PCC class, I should say, is the very fact that many of us, I personally joined USPSA so that I could get a little more proficient with my pistol. Yes, static shooting is great. In fact, maybe even drawing is awesome too. But the fact that you have a little bit heightened level of stress whenever you're shooting in USPSA is probably the closest you're going to get to any real world situation where you have heightened adrenaline and things like that. Well, the cool thing is, now you can apply that to a long gun. Because before, yes, I was able to compete with a pistol and experience some of that high rush and adrenaline with my handgun and get proficient with it in those high stress situations, but I never had any kind of experience like that with a carbine style weapon, whether it be an AR-15 or anything like that, simply because I don't compete in 3-gun. We don't have 3-gun, or at least much 3-gun opportunity down here in South Louisiana, which we need to change that. But this way, with the PCC class in USPSA, I'm able to now purchase a firearm like this and learn how to get more proficient with a long gun in the event that I ever become stressed or in any kind of a stress situation where I'm going to need to utilize one of these, as opposed to a pistol that I'm already proficient at in that type of high stress situation. I really like the PCC class. I like watching these guys run them, very, very efficient with them, and I hope to one day get like that. I encourage you guys to check it out. It opens up a whole lot of new doors in USPSA, and I applaud USPSA for making that choice and adding that along with the carry optics and some of the other things. USPSA is doing some really cool stuff out there.